Christmas, you say? Ha! In the immortal words of Scrooge, bah! Humbug! Well, it is December, so it is Christmas time coming up real quick. And I've decided I'm going to do a little thing here every now and again, and I'm going to pick out 5 of my favorite books by a particular author. So who better for December than to look at the books and the works of Charles Dickens. So my first set I want to show you is just a beautiful leather-bound 22-volume set. Published by the Franklin Mint. And here they are, and correction, not Franklin Mint, Oxford University Press. So they are, as you can see, beautiful red leather, gilt edges all the way around, top, bottom, foredge, and all the titles. As you can see, Christmas stories, Christmas books, Hard Times, Little Dorrit, Bleak House, all the classics, all the works that we know by Dickens. So they are just beautiful. Don't those look lovely on the shelf? Maybe I should just keep these. They're so wonderful. Alas, they are for sale. And the entire set of, I think I said 22 volumes, just 21 volumes. I have them listed for $400, and for 21 leather-bound, kind of a complete edition set, it's really not that bad. Okay, I'm going to go show you a couple other titles that are not that much money. Here's another great example of a very well-priced book. Again, it's a Christmas Carol. It's $15, but what I love about this book is that it's illustrated by one of my all-time favorite illustrators, Arthur Rackham. Very well-known illustrator, and if you can find original Christmas stuff like published back in the day that's illustrated by him, you have found yourself a very collectible item. So here's some examples. Mr. Rackham's work. And it's nice big font, easy to read, beautiful little copy. And maybe that's one of those books that you could start a family tradition with, reading Christmas Carol or parts of over the Christmas season. So this is my fiction shelf, and here we have, the kind of the regular sorts of copies, and it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a copy of Bleak House. There is a book called The Life of Dickens, if you're curious about who he was and why he was so prolific. The works of Charles Dickens, there's 2 volumes out of a 30-some volume set. The Life of Edwin Drood, which is a mystery that Dickens wrote. The Charles Dickens Companion, so it can tell you stuff about the books and Dickens that maybe you didn't know. Here's the one by the Hardwicks. They also did some books about Sherlock Holmes. This one is about Dickens, England. Christmas Carol, classic. I'm sure we'll all be seeing that here. Well, actually, I have seen it already on TV. Here's another deluxe edition of Stories for Christmas. Nicholas Nickleby, another Christmas books, Hard Times from the International Collectors Library. I'm sure we've all seen those around. So here, let's pull a couple down and have a closer look. So like a lot of other authors, and including Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, my favorite, as we all know. Dickens, I don't believe, has ever been out of print, and that goes back to the 1840s. So there are, oodles and oodles of different editions and printings and sets and publishers. So you can always find some type of a publication, a copy of one of the works of Dickens, and some are very, very nice and quite inexpensive. So here, I'll show you some that I have. So here is the Mystery of Edwin Drood, and it is actually paired with another story inside, American Italian Notes and Edwin Drood, all in one volume by Dickens. Again, this is another $15 book, published in 1887, and it too has some cool illustrations in it. So this is an American edition, published by Pollard and Moss. So the first story is Pictures from Italy and American Notes for general circulation, and then about halfway through we have The Mystery of Edwin Drood and Other Stories with illustrations, and there we are. So that's something a little different you may be unaware of with Charles Dickens, is that he did write this mystery one. I almost forgot this one. As you can see, up against Edwin Drood, yeah, it's a kind of a rather massive volume. You need some big library shelves for this one. And this is volume 1 of the Illustrated Library, and it is a rather beautiful book. It's got the gilt edges as well. They look very nice on the shelf, from Midpoint Press. So as I mentioned, with authors like Dickens, there are innumerable editions, styles, varieties of publications, and of course that would look great on your shelf because, you know, size matters. Uh-oh, am I in trouble? Am I allowed to say that? Okay, let's look at some more. Just before we look at this guy, this ginormous volume is $100 for volume 1. And to be honest, I've never seen any more of these anywhere. I don't know. It's different, that's for sure. Okay, here's our last one, and we're going to stick with our Christmas theme. So again, Stories for Christmas. Beautiful little edition. Of course, it would have to feature A Christmas Carol. Published by the Peerless Press. Yeah, it's a $15 book, and it's, you know, quite nice shape. Has the little ribbon. Really a nice sized font in it for reading. And what's kind of cool, I think, is that, yeah, we've got A Christmas Carol, but it also has some stories in here that, between you and me, I'm a little unfamiliar with. The Cricket on the Hearth, from Household Words from All the Year Round. I haven't really, well, I've certainly never read any of these stories, and to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever heard of them before. So, yeah, cool books, good stuff for Christmas, and I have them available here at Bailey Books. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little quick episode about 5 of my favorite books. And do you have favorite books? 5 of your favorite author or genre or other areas that you might collect or are interested in? What are they? I'd be interested to know. So, you know, I'm going to be here at the shop until December the 22nd, and then off to Regina for Christmas this year, and back on Boxing Day. Looking forward to that. So if I don't see you, wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, and spend some time with your family, and get away from work and just relax a little bit. Okay, that's it for this quick edition of Bailey the Bookman. We'll see you next time with, I'm not sure, maybe we will actually put the leather on the Lost World, or I don't know, we'll see. Okay, see you next time.